episode 9 of my commitment to you guys out there in the world for my mental health walk and talk for June. I'm really enjoying these. I hope you guys are getting some value too. Just musings really, because obviously I said I started it for me, and hopefully if you can get something from it, that's great, because it's just been nice to sort of talk all things health, fitness, mental health, whilst my dad's been going for his cancer journey. So I thought I'd start today by talking about that. He has said this morning, and to the boy's mum yesterday, that he is starting to feel ever so slightly better, which is amazing. Apparently his sense of taste is coming back, and he's starting to feel a little bit more energized, which means he was under my feet this morning when I was trying to get to the washing machine. But we're going to take that, right? We're going to take that. So that's good news. That is really good news, because it's been a long road. Oh, and by the way, like, we ain't out of it. We ain't out of it by a long shot. But that's good, because he's just been walking around saying he felt like shit and he just wanted to lie down all day. But I've seen him sitting up more on the sofa now rather than just spread eagle. So that's good news. So we're really positive. We remain grateful. We remain grounded. Not trying to look too much into the future, but just taking each day as it comes. That's what I want to focus on today. Is I want to talk about how you go through each day, and actually talk about how you start your day. Now, again, anything that I tell you, I'm not getting on my high horse. I will be honest, like, I'm guilty of so much of what I'm about to tell you not to do. And I've worked on it, and I've changed it, and it's hard. But my God, it's transformed my life. So when we talk about health and fitness and mental health, you know, it's not just about the training, getting out in nature, the steps, the nutrition. Of course, that's a massive contributor. But one of the things I look at now is how you start your day. That first 30 minutes can be won or lost. Now, let me ask you, what is the first thing you do when you open your eyes? So I know what my kids do, and I hate it. They go on their phone, and sometimes I'll say to them, like, wake up first, son, wake up, you know? And I used to be that guy. Now, running an online business, I get a lot of WhatsApps. I get a lot of updates. And also, you know, I'm very eager to check my data from the day before. Like, how many views did I get? How many subscribers did I get? What comment? You know, what did I get a response to my emails, right? That intrigue is there. But also what can happen the minute you open your eyes is you get in other people's business, okay? And straight away, responding to emails, responding to WhatsApp, you can't even get yourself grounded. Now, I'll go off too spiritual on this one, but if we're talking about knowing thyself and actually tapping into our own thoughts and feelings rather than just getting triggered or straight into work response mode, wouldn't it be better just to actually come to and give yourself 15, 20 minutes of no phone? It's something I now do every day, probably for the best part of half an hour. And even if I've got to maybe get up and the time's a bit pushed, I've got to iron my kid's uniform, phone's off, it's silence. I do a lot of meditation, I do a lot of prayer, that's me. But what I'm saying, if you just want to start your day in a more positive way, don't turn the phone on for 15 minutes. Even if you lie there for 5 minutes, right, and really tap into, okay, right, what are my goals? Because it's so easy to say, right, I want to lose this weight, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then the alarm goes, or whatever, you turn your phone on, and then you're straight in. And then straight away, you're caught up in other people's business. It might be your business, but you're being taken off elsewhere. I've got some really big goals: health, fitness, business, future, big. So every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is I say thank you to the universe for waking me up. And then I give thanks. And again, you might think this is woo-woo. And that's up to you. But I can tell you that even with my dad with cancer, this has helped me. It's helped me so much, and I'm in a good place physically and mentally. All right. And I've done the opposite, and I wasn't in a good place physically and mentally. So I think of things I'm grateful for. And then I ask myself, or ask the universe, like, what do I need to do today to move the needle forward? Not like, you know, how hard I necessarily need to work, or like, worry about my to-do list. Like, who am I being? Like, I did this in yesterday's video. Okay, what have I got to do today to take that one step forward into the future that I'm trying to align myself with? Okay, I got big hopes and dreams for the future, but it starts now. I don't worry about the how. It's like, it's what have I got to do today? Got to hit my steps. Am I training today? Right, what about my meals? You know, it's things like that, like thinking about, have I got food? Or shit, where am I going to be? Am I going to get caught short here and have to go to a garage and pick up some junk or whatever, right? thinking about that, tapping into it is because if you want to improve, and then the first thing you do is you get into that reactive mode in the morning, it's gone. All right, so if we can spend that first 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, right, what is it I'm trying to achieve? Get grounded, think about it, right, get the mind in order. And then when you want to turn on that phone, you turn on the phone, you're ready, okay? Because get this, guys, garbage in, garbage out, right? We know the world's a scary place at the minute. It's also extremely divisive. And I've got caught up in all of that. The minute I turn my phone on social media, what's the latest in the news, see everyone arguing in the comments. You know, you might have scrolled a little bit of like politics or, you know, current affairs on TikTok, and then the next thing you know, your algo is just feeding you. You're getting triggered, you're sending things to people, and you're like, ugh. I remember at one point during the pandemic, you know, I would wake up, I'd go straight to Twitter, I'd be looking at stuff, people arguing. I'd then drive in, we were allowed to drive then or go somewhere. Oh, we were allowed to drive, but you know what I mean? And I'd be listening to a debate on the radio about lockdowns and vaccines and this and that. I'd get to work, I'd get to the gym like, I fucking want to kill people, like unloading on my first client. And you just think, hang on a sec, take a step back. Like, what frequency am I going to tune into? And this is hard, guys. This is hard, right? Because I am so guilty of it. When I drink alcohol, and I haven't done it for a while, I will doom scroll. I'll go looking, I'll go onto Twitter, start looking for what's the latest news? What are people saying? You know, one about this, one about this, and then just like looking at people going, fuck, you know, they're mental, what are they doing? Like, you know, everyone's got different opinions, right? That's the thing, opinions like arseholes, everyone's got one, all right? And then you're just triggered, then you're looking at people who you thought, like, you're like, fucking hell, what's up with you? Do you know what I mean? But it's like, I've learned that everyone's different, and you've just got to, you know, everyone is operating, everyone's trying to do their best based on their own level of programming, conscious awareness, you know, your environment, your family, what you've brought up around it forms your idea of the world. And you've got to love people and let them get them crack on, right? But there's what I read this the other day. When you go on the internet, when you consume all this information, apparently our brain, like you're giving your brain something like in one day, like what it takes like years to process. Like our ancestors there's just no way they'd be able to process that much because we didn't have the internet. All we thought about was the people in our close family. Now we're worried about like what's going on there and and it's right, you've got to have compassion, you've got to have, you know, empathy and stuff like that. But sometimes when you're working through your own stuff, you've got your own bills to pay, your own family to about, that shit will blow your mind. And I've been there. I've been that person making outbursts on Facebook and you're getting involved in arguments. It didn't bring me one bit of joy. Didn't bring one bit of peace. It's like, there's that funny meme, isn't it? It says like, you know, like there's a guy on his deathbed going, oh, I wish I'd spent more time arguing with people I didn't know on the internet. You just wouldn't, right? So what frequency are you tuning in? Let's look at the contrasting frequencies you can tune into, right? Because you wake up, straight to your phone, you're half awake or still half asleep, straight in other people's news, respond, oh, fucking hell, I've got this email, shit, straight in. And then your kids might be getting up and you're like, you know, you're triggered, right? And then you get in the car, you got the radio on, you got the news on, you know, someone's been murdered, there's this, there's that, there's riots. Fucking triggered O'Houlihan. And the next thing you know, you're just angry. You're angry at the world, right? And like, the world's terrible. Everyone's against us. Fuck the government. All this. I've been there. Got the t-shirt. All right. But you get to choose what frequency you tap into. But guess what? Guess what? Like right now, look at me. I'm out in the woods. Hopefully, there's not some random bloke in the bushes with an axe who's going to come and chop me up. But right now, in this moment, I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty secure. And, you know, just scouting around. Is any fucking random going to come out? But in this moment, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm grounded, I'm having a lovely time. And for most of the time, that is how people go through their life. But they're living in fear and this and that and that. And of course, bad things happen. But you know what? Fucking, there's loads of great things happening in this world. But guess what? That doesn't interest you. You know, they don't go on tonight's news at 10, you know. Some great news coming out of here. So-and-so has just built a charity and they've fed all these kids. And there's a school been built. Boring. I want to know that somebody's being chopped up. I want to know there's fucking riots in the street. I want division. When you zone out of that, you realise it's all fucking by design. Why do you think the news is bad news? It's to trigger you. It's to keep us all at each other's throats. And I've been there. I've been that guy. I've been in it. And then I stepped away from it. And so again, you choose what frequency, right? I wake up in the morning, 20 to 30 minutes, no phone. You just try it for 5 or 10. Tap into who am I being? What am I trying to achieve? Okay, when I get in the van, there's no news. I'm going to play some tunes, or I'm going to listen to self-development as I drive in, because guess what? For as much shit there is on the internet, on YouTube, TikTok, all that, you can listen to free self-development resources. You can listen to me. Oh, all right, get the numbers up. Free, nourishing stuff. It's just that we choose to go, oh, I've been there. But we can also choose to go, fuck yeah, look at this. Look at this, it's beautiful. You know, actually, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. I'm out here in nature. This is pretty much how I spend my mornings now, getting grounded. And you realise, yeah, there's bad shit going on in the world, very bad shit. But you can also tune into really good shit. Like my timeline now is football, it's music, it's animal chiropractors and spirituality in scripture. That's me. Fitness, it's uplifting, house music, all the stuff I like. If something comes up in my algo that I don't like, move on. Fast, ASAP Rocky, because it's not just training and nutrition, garbage in, garbage out. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in an argument on Facebook or got triggered by one of your friends has said maybe they've got a different opinion to you? And I had this a lot during the pandemic, and I'd wake up in the night and I'd be like, you wanted to fucking like get in you're in a virtual argument at 3 in the morning with somebody it's going to happen. Just let them get on with it. But I've been there. Well, then how does that affect my health and fitness? Well, the next day I'm tired. Maybe I overeat. You know, maybe I'm angry. So I'm like, I go and get a couple chocolate bars or whatever because the world fucking hates me. They're all against us, man. It's like, I've been there, I've done that, I got the t-shirt. Garbage in, garbage out, guys. I can guarantee you this. Start your day, no phone. Start your day. 3 things you're grateful for. Get grounded. Right, who am I trying to be today? Am I prepped? Am I organised? Am I going to train? You know, tap into, like, I'm tapping in now to a body I've never had. And I'm there. I'm getting there, even closer every day. I'm like, fuck, because I'm forming a new idea. This is exciting. What opportunity is this going to bring? Wow, this is amazing. I'm tapping into that. I don't want to go backwards because I'm tapping into that feeling. If you wake up and you're straight in the WhatsApp, you're straight in the emails. Oh, that dickhead, I told him not to email me at this time. Oh, look what's happened on the news. Look at all these people in the comments. Fucking let's get involved. Listen to the radio. Big debate on the way in. Fucking hell, next thing you're honking at someone in front of you and they're like threatening. It's like, do you see what I'm saying? You can start your day in calm, or you can start your day in chaos, and that will then precede how the day goes. I'm 100% convinced of this. Health, fitness, nutrition, but also lifestyle. What you consume is so important, guys. This is something that is really kind of ice in the health and fitness cake for me now. Is doing that. I am religious. I don't want to turn my phone on for 20 minutes. It's amazing. I'm like, let me just lie here and feel good and feel grateful and go, yeah, oh, what have I got to do today? Not my to-do list. Like, what moves the needle forward in me, make me happier, which makes me a better dad, which makes me a better PT, which allows me better opportunities. Right, okay, cool. My to-do list is in my phone anyway. I'm not going to miss anything. Who do I need to be? What bumps are there in the road I need to navigate today? Am I tired? Should I train? Have I got kit? You know, all these things. Get grounded. Drive in. Listen to something that lifts you up. It might be a football podcast. I've got loads of clients that run with podcasts on. Something that lifts you up, because for everything out there that's bringing you down, there's stuff out there that's lifting you up. And honestly, you get to decide what frequency to tune into, because it is a cruel world. It is unfair. There's a lot of shit going on, but there's also a lot of great stuff going on. Unfortunately, in this world, we've got good and we've got evil. And, you know, it doesn't matter what race or religion, what sex you are, there's good and there's evil. When you realise that we're all being played against each other by the media and stuff like that, and you can zone out of it and just learn to love one another, you know, because I work with some amazing people of all ages, all races, all genders, and we have a great day every day, and you can too. You can too. Don't get caught up in all the hysteria. Tune into a frequency of love and gratitude and peace. And no, I'm not turning into a hippie. That's just like, how can you not be? Oh, hang on, fucking axe murderer coming. I gotta go.